Ow! Shit!
What?
I just stepped on a piece of glass. Okay. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 18th episode of MapperCast. I believe we're live at the moment, yes. I'm your host for the day, Cosmic Mapping. Unfortunately, Viper couldn't make it again. He's busy with school stuff. Also, Lee, obviously, is also not here. And Mindria is in a Counter-Strike game. So that's the situation there. All right. Well, yeah, so we have two guests with us today. We got Errata Mappin, Mysterious Mappin coming back again. Say hi.
Oh,
Hi.
hey.
Hey. All right, so yeah, our featured mapper for today is Alp Mapper. We're going to be reviewing his Alternate Future of the World series. And our fan winner is Scout107, who submitted the question, what is a type of series you don't see enough of in mapping? So I think that'll be an interesting topic. And yeah, so as always, the links to everyone's things are in the description. And we're introducing a new feature today that I want to explain real quick. We're introducing the wild card topic, which is essentially just a topic that really doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't expect it to be there. We're just throwing it out there as a wild card. I don't know if Viper's going to adopt this when he starts hosting again, but at least while I'm hosting, we're going to be doing that. So yeah, I'll go through the topics real quick. First,
Mindra just finished his CSGO match.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Okay, I guess
so,
Mindria will...
Yeah, he can get
join Mindra?
Mindria will be back in a second, I suppose. All right, so I'll go through the topics real quick. First, we're going to discuss the pros and cons of Alp Mapper's Alternate Future of the World series. Then we're going to do the fan request, which is what is a type of series you don't see enough of in mapping. Then we're going to do the wild card topic, where we're going to talk about personal phobias we have, share stories about that. Then we're going to discuss exposure on YouTube and society. We'll explain that more when we get to it. Then we're going to discuss the pros and cons of memes in 2016. I know that sounds really stupid, but I actually have a lot of serious things to say about that. Then we're going to discuss if it is okay for streamers to exploit cleavage for personal gain. Mysterious will explain that. Then we're going to discuss the Italian and Hungarian prime ministers' boycotting of the EU summit in Slovakia. Then we're going to discuss how the ideology of Republicans have changed throughout American history. Then we're going to do the free-for-all Q&A. Then we're going to do the quiz to select the mapper winner and the fan winner. And then we're going to call it a day. So, I'm your host, Cosmic.
Oh, hey. I thought you were still doing introductions of yourself. Anyways, hey everybody, 99 Veteran here. I have a little bit of a sore throat today, but yeah, let's get this started. And yeah, I'm gonna play back to my Minecraft.
Mindria? Is Mindria here?
Yes. Mindria, do your introduction.
Mindria died.
Okay, we're going to skip over Mindria. Chris.
He's gonna do last, I think.
Hello. Do you guys hear me? Or
Yes, we
Yes.
hear you.
hello, this is
Mindria
Hello.
just-
Mindria crashed.
To the MapperCast. Mapper time. Welcome to the MapperCast. Hope you'll enjoy.
Hello
Mindria
there.
crashed.
I am a rat.
He's a rat.
Alright.
Mapping.
Hey guys, Mysterious Mapping here. I also have a bit of sore throat this morning, but I'm glad to be here and let's have another good podcast.
Is it
All
allergy
right.
season?
So let's get on with the show. We're going to start by discussing the pros and cons of Alp Mapper's Alternate Future of the World series. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to watch the entire show, but I did watch the first 3 episodes and the last episode, or at least most of the last episode, or the most recent episode. And I have some things to say about it, but I'm going to let some other people start first. Who wants to kick this off?
Hey Rat, you wanna start us off?
Hello.
Oh, Mindria.
Oh, there you are.
Hi.
All right,
Welcome,
why don't we let
Yeah.
him introduce himself first, I guess.
Hey everybody, it's Findria here.
All right.
I
now,
have to
Rat,
play my Counter-Strike match.
All right, Rat, you want to start us off?
Okay. So, First of all, Chris just said he's starving and he's going to go and cook.
Oh God, Chris.
He's gonna use his microwave.
Okay.
He's in the chat.
All right, let's talk about the show.
Okay. So where do I start again? Okay. Let's just. I don't have notes this time. Okay.
Don't have
let's
notes.
start with the basic the map was appealing, even though later you increase the opacity of the texture, and I didn't really like that. I think it was fine like it was at the start. Oh God, what's with my mouse? Okay.
I don't know
anyways.
how I felt about the map. I thought it was a bit too cartoony, but whatever.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, there wasn't really something that sticked out in my opinion. Like it was ordinary, and you didn't do much in Africa,
Yeah.
and you focused mainly on America and later on Europe. My opinion.
I think just a few minor criticism real quick. Like, I think the zoomed thing, like when you're zooming in and then there's like a thing at the top right of the zoom in that says zoomed. I think that's a bit unnecessary and it just kind of distracts from the from the actual war going on. Also, I wasn't that big of a fan of like using the country balls to represent soldiers on the front lines. I thought that just seemed a bit awkward. I don't know, but I think honestly my main gripe with the series is the writing. The writing was not the best. It was a lot of grammar issues that stuck out like a sore thumb. Things just worded strangely and spelled wrong on some occasions. But honestly, that isn't the big deal. And it's just there wasn't really much depth. It was pretty much just like one country would say something to another and then declare war on that country. Like I wrote down the notes here. Brazil I think it was to Venezuela in episode 1 was just like, prepare to die, and that's probably like the most cliche thing one country can say to another in mapping. And I think I did that originally. I don't remember if I did that in USA or World, but I mean, it's just it's there's not much depth to the characters. There's really just everyone sort of just speaks in these like just short one-off brash sentences where maybe they yell at each other, but that's about it. I mean, I was also disappointed during China's speech in the most recent episode. I thought that might be a bit interesting towards the end when, China was more like just complaining about how their alliance has fallen. I thought like, oh, this could be some interesting character development for China. But then it just sort of flashes to a black screen and is like, oh, 8 long hours later. And it just sort of treated that scene more just like as a little joke rather than like a character development moment. So that was a bit disappointing, and overall, I just don't think there really was enough depth to the writing.
All right, Batman, Mindra.
I just came.
That's a beautiful ballad.
I'm guessing you didn't get a chance to watch it then?
Yeah.
All right, Batman?
I only watched one episode.
All right, well, of the episode you saw, what'd you think?
I was staring at the shape of the balls. It's like circling through them, but that's it. I don't really have any complaints.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I guess I'll take the stand, I guess. First of all, I just want to say congrats on 1,000 subs, Alp Mapper. I think you deserve them, and I'm just going to put it out there, while I'm not technically a country ball guy, I'm going to make this review as unbiased as possible. All right, so first of all, first episode at the beginning, it was a blur. Like, it was a very fast beginning with very little introduction. Like, just automatically things started happening. It was switching between all these different countries, and I just thought that was a bit confusing. One of the big things that I noticed that actually ended up being a thing that happened the entire time is that you used white for things other than talking. So, for example, like, multiple countries would light up white when, like, say, someone left or joined a union. And usually, I don't know if other people do this, but usually I only light up countries white when they're saying something, because I thought that was confusing. So I personally think that white should only be used for when countries are talking. as far as the zooming thing, I actually liked it, and I think it's nice. But if you are gonna do it, when you have it zoomed in on, let's say Mexico's at war with the USA, you have it zoomed in on Mexico and USA at their border and stuff, and you're showing the battle. But as the battle's happening, you can also see in the background the unzoomed version of it, and nothing's happening. So it kind of almost doesn't make sense because nothing actually happens in the background until the war is over. So I feel like if you're gonna zoom in and still show the background, you kind of have to have the war in both places. I know that's more work, but just I thought it was weird how in the zoomed in version it's like an alternate, universe where there's this war happening, but in this universe there is no war happening. I also said, this is a big thing for the entire series, probably one of my biggest points. It's all over the place. Everything happens so fast. There's no transitions. Every country switches within 2 seconds. Every scene, it's just very all over the place. It's very there's obviously no scenes because some countries will say something, a war will happen, and then 5 seconds later it moves on. It's just very fast, and with the video length, that makes it even faster. I feel like I have to say this for everyone, and everyone has had problems with this at one point or another. Anti-aliasing. A lot of your borders, when they're at war, there'd be random pixels that are colors they shouldn't be, and it's extremely noticeable. So just, keep an eye out for that. Grammar was a big thing, as Cosmic said. One big example for me is, I think it was... I don't remember who it was. It might have been Mexico or it might have been ISIS, something like that. But after they were... No, it was ISIS. They said after they were defeated, they say, I may be defeated. Not I may be defeated. I may be defeated. And that... It was supposed to be a dramatic moment and they're saying something sinister. But because they said I may be defeated, which translates to I am may be defeated, it just ruined the entire immersion of that entire scene for me. So yeah, grammar was a big thing. And while we're on the topic of grammar, after every punctuation, you have to put a space. That means commas, periods, exclamation points. You didn't do that quite at all. After every single punctuation, you have to put a space. I don't know. Maybe I'm too picky about that, but it's very annoying to me. Like I already said before, there was no scenes. It was just kind of a big conglomeration of people talking and random events happening. What almost seemed like at once, just because it's so fast. I thought your music throughout the series was good. I liked the music. It wasn't really too unfitting, like I've said in the past for some others. But the only music I didn't like was in your latest episode, where it's just... I don't think any mapping songs should have vocals. Now, when I say this, if it's just like opera vocals, or... I'm sorry, not opera, but it's just like... and not actually saying stuff, because when you actually say stuff, it's actually kind of distracting from the actual series. I think it's very weird when you use vocal music. Another thing was that countries say they're going to kill someone, and then it moves on to an entirely different event. So, I don't remember any specifics, really, but let's say let's use Mexico and U.S. again. Let's say Mexico says, prepare yourself, U.S., I'm about to kill you. And then nothing happens. And then it moves on to another event with some other countries across the world. It's just wait, are they gonna go to war, or it's not even kind of a cliffhanger kind of thing. It's just kind of seems like uncompleted event. So I didn't like that. This one isn't as... This is me being picky. I said don't use XD and in parentheses and other internet language. So when you use XD and stuff like WTF and just different texts and internet stuff, it takes away from the immersion. It kind of goes along with putting memes and mapping. It really is just unnecessary and takes away from it, but not as big as the other ones. I don't remember what episode it was, but there was this random scene with Australia where the rebels were overtaking the government, and there was this random picture that came up. And I was just so confused because it was the only time it happened throughout the entire series, and I couldn't understand what was happening. So I don't even know what to say about that. It was just very weird. Countries surrender after 2 bits of land being taken. So it could be, Russia, but like they just get like the tiniest speck of their western, territory taken, and now automatically surrender. Oh no, okay. It's like I don't know. Personally, I don't think that every single war should end within 2 seconds because a country surrenders after like the tiniest bit of land's taken. But maybe that's just me. The country ball for the latest episode for America looked really weird. The glasses were ovalish and just weird, awkward. This is another really big point. While I'm saying unbiased with this, as far as country balls goes, it goes back to one of my big points with country balls, is that you, for the most part, you did country balling with no emotion. And when I say that, I mean, really, if you're going to use country balls, you should use them to their full extent to actually show the emotion. I feel like the only thing you really did as far as showing emotion with them is if they were mad, you made their eyes red. Like, that was about it. So that obviously hinders it. And then final point is video length, which I tend to say a lot, which has to do with why it's all over the place, because you're trying to put it within a 4-minute span. If you make the video, say, 10 minutes, you can do 2-minute scenes each, and that's a decent amount of time to process different countries in different ports. So that's my review. Overall, a decent show, just a lot to be done.
Yeah, I guess final notes from me. It wasn't terrible. There's a lot of things that need to be improved on, especially writing-wise. A few more minor things I would like to say is, I agreed with Mysterious that he didn't really take full advantage of the country balls. They don't really emote very well in the show, and if you're going to use country balls, you gotta really use country balls. Also, I wasn't a fan of the one scene. I can't remember what episode it was, but it was a war where Serbia was expanding into the Balkans, and it kind of showed the numbers of the troops, which you sort of I would say only use that in more like statistical simulation style mapping, something like LV's Crisis Averted, something like that. I don't think stuff like that has a place in country ball mapping. And but yeah, final verdict, I think there's a lot of writing improvement that needs to be done, but overall I do think that you're on the right track.
I just wanted to point out, someone in chat said that we're bullying Alp. No, I don't mean any offense to Alp whatsoever. Just the points I make, I hope he takes this constructive criticism and can use that to, maybe just improve on his show and make it better. Because I mean, who doesn't want to improve what they love?
All right, so I guess we'll move on. There's an ant on my wall. Hold on. Okay. All right, we're gonna move on to the next topic. We're gonna move on.
Ants are dying at an alarming rate. It's your fault.
Yeah, it's your fault, Cosmic.
Okay. All right, we're going to move on to the next topic, which is the fan request. Today was submitted by Scout107, and he submitted 2 requests, but we thought his second request was a bit more interesting, so we went with that. And that is, what is a type of series you don't see enough of in mapping? So I'm just going to throw that out there. Who wants to start us?
Okay. Like, I just interrupted you because I thought you finished already. Like, alternate history of the world, I believe because I didn't even know there was one until, like, I asked in the MapperCast chat, if anybody knows one, and Chris answered me, like, a guy called Bonzo has one. But I think alternate history of the world series.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough alternate history series. I mean, there's tons of alternate future, and it is difficult to make a good alternate history series. But I don't see much like alternate history of Europe. I don't think like you were saying, I don't think I've ever seen an alternate history of the world.
Bonzo made one.
Bonzo made one? Oh, okay.
I made a small alternate history, but it's real bad. I was not even trying. It was like alternate history of Byzantium. That was like a really long time ago, and I wasn't even trying on the dialogue either. I just say, I war you. All the countries literally said, I war you. And it just,
I war you now.
Yeah.
One thing I don't think we've seen any of this. I don't think there's ever been an urban mapping series that takes place in a city. I don't think we've ever seen that. Like, I've been wanting to do alternate future of New York City for a while, but there's never been an urban mapping series. And there used to be a map game on the wiki called like Urban Warfare. I think Ion Mapping was running that. And I thought that was really interesting. And I don't know, when I brought up alternate future in New York City, a lot of people seemed confused. But I don't know, I think it could be really interesting if we saw some like urban mapping shows.
Couldn't we count NTR's Vatican City mapping video
We could,
as
but
urban?
I don't know if we can count that. That was just sort of one-off video. He only made that because I asked him to.
Okay, so the thing I'd like to see more of is in mapping is more animated. Maybe not more like a series that's missing, but I love to see the videos that are animations that aren't correlated with a mapping series. So, for example, I'm not referring to like Viper's animations, like that's part of his mapping series, but like other animations just that are just on their own and they're just, you know, entertaining to watch, but don't necessarily aren't a part of a bigger project. I love to see those. Like a great example is Rad Mapping's
this is a call
video.
for Rad to make more of those.
I really liked Rad Mapping's animation based on the last podcast, and it just made me realize that I'd love to see more stuff, not just from him, but from other people, stuff like that guy, because I just find I would love to watch more of that.
Yeah, like I don't know if everyone watching has seen it, but if you get the chance, go to Rad Mapping's channel. He made from my knowledge, like the first MapperCast animated. It was fucking great. He did a great job. It was extremely entertaining. So yeah, you should make more of those. That was great. So yeah, give that a watch when you get the chance. But yeah, I don't know. I find it really interesting when mapping series go to they're when they focus on a smaller location. I don't know why, but like alternate future of, let's just say, one country, or hell, even like a province or a state. I think those are hard to do, but if they're done well, I think they could be done really well. And I don't know, something about that interests me. I wish we saw more of those.
Did anyone not give their input yet?
What?
Perfect.
What happened?
Go home.
All right. Does anyone else have anything to say about mapping series you wish you saw more of?
No, because I don't
I
understand.
just. Why do you have Welsh mapping in the description as the featured mapper?
Oh shit! I do.
Okay, I just went to chat and Welsh mapping said that.
All right, I'll fix that. The descriptions always mess me up. I always never fix the descriptions. Okay, so I guess we'll move on. I'll fix that in a second. Let me just talk about the next topic. So we're moving on to the wild card topic. For those of you who weren't here in the intro, this is a new thing I'm introducing here, where it's pretty much just a topic that you really wouldn't expect, has nothing to do with like politics or mapping. So we're gonna talk about our personal phobias. So I don't know, whoever wants to start us off here.
Or more specifically, maybe just one personal experience you've had because of a specific phobia.
Okay, I could start. I have you could call it phobia of elevators or lifts.
Oh, me too.
Because when I was like 2 years old, like we were at a hotel, and back then I absolutely loved using the elevator. I just went up and down until, well, one time it got kind of stuck. Not really, like it then went up again, but it was like a couple of minutes. And since then, I'm afraid of elevators, which are don't made out of glass, and you can watch out of them. Am I still here?
Oh yeah, those. I actually,
Okay.
I'm in kind of the same boat as you, because I used to love elevators. I remember back when I was really young, my neighbor David and I, back when I lived in Manhattan, he would take me out and we would just go to Times Square. We would go to the Marriott Hotel, and they had this huge like glass elevator that just went up, and we would pretend to be tourists, and we would just ride the elevator up and down. It was like a thrill ride. It was insane. It's made of glass. You're up like 1,000,000 miles into the air looking down. So I don't know. But it was around, I think, like 2010 that I got insanely scared of elevators. I don't know why. I think I was just like watching a bunch of like people stuck in the elevator videos on YouTube. And so yeah, I'm afraid of elevators now.
Chris, Byron?
Need some music?
Is Chris still cooking? Or?
Do you have any phobias, Mindra?
Oh no, he's.
Yes, riding a plane.
Oh fuck! I hate that. I haven't.
Over like the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh god,
I love riding planes.
Oh. And
I
then
haven't.
Even though I'm a bit scared
then like the fuel just
when we fly at
goes
the
out and then you
of
completely
Syria
fall
and
in the
Iraq,
ocean. Oh my god.
That shit is horrifying. I mean, I've never flown over an ocean. Thank God, that would probably be the death of me. But I did fly back in 2009. I flew from New York to Los Angeles, or more specifically, Santa Monica.
But flying over the ocean is some scary shit.
Yeah, that's gotta be fucking horrifying. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
the turbulences are in general worse over the ocean, but I flew over the Indian Ocean.
turbulence.
But the Indian Ocean was calmer than the Indian mainland. Like over India, the turbulences were abnormal. And yeah,
At least it's not Malaysia.
Yeah.
there's something about plane turbulence that's just so horrifying, because like you have a higher chance of dying if you're just like taking a bus or a car.
At least take the train.
The train is probably like the safest, honestly, but
no.
you don't feel scared taking the car because you have some sort of control over it. And if you do crash, chances are you're just going to die instantly. It's something that just like imagine falling out of the sky, knowing your death is impending.
Oh shit.
Everyone
No, it's
around
not
you.
like this. I've read if the plane crashes, you fall unconsciousness almost instantly because of the big air pressure drop. So you are like a couple of seconds, and then you're unconsciousness, and then you're never going to wake up again.
That's depressing. Okay.
Yeah.
Other phobias, I guess I have a massive bee phobia. I can't remember what the name is. But I have a.
These are dummy at a lying rate.
Yeah, I know that's gonna start that joke. Yeah, bees horrify me. I have another phobia that I'm not gonna mention because I have a feeling people would take advantage of it in the chat. So I'm just hey, don't even. So
And just
Okay,
to finish
yeah.
it off, because Viper asked us to do this. What Viper has a really bad arachnophobia.
Oh yeah. So
Oh yeah.
Like
Viper has been demanding that we tell
look
you
on
guys
Twitter. Like we can. Wait, I
about
can
his
go on his
arachnophobia.
Twitter.
Viper threw like 10 papers at the spider.
I relate to him though. Like
Wait, I'm good.
I have Viper's like arachnophobia, but for all insects. It's bad. It's like I see one insect, maybe not ants. Ants don't freak me out, but any other insect, and I scream like a child, It's not. It's very off-putting. I've freaked several people out.
I've got his Twitter.
Huh?
Yeah, I quote: "For the first time, I saw a spider moving very, very fast to a point where I even screamed. Had to get someone to kill it for me." Or how I implemented spider technology in my area of OW series when I'm afraid of spiders myself. Or another spider this morning, much smaller than the one last night. I had to throw 10 days of papers to kill it. That's scary.
Arachnophobia relates to that too. Like
There was a spider above me, and I was like, "Oh shit, .jpg."
every time there's been a spider in my room, I've had to go and ask my parents to go kill it for me. I'm just such a pathetic dog. But I don't know.
Oh, Cosmic, don't you also have metaphysiophobia?
Metaphysio? What the hell is that?
Metaphysiophobia, the fear of change.
Oh, please.
There is worse.
Like
I think that has Chris.
There's like a running joke with Mysterious that I'm like afraid of change, which I don't understand. Like, I guess I wouldn't say I'm not a fan of like small, unnecessary changes that just disrupt things. But if I was really afraid of change, I'd be a Republican, and I'm not.
The basic example and why I say that is Cosmic uses the same headset over and over again. He buys the same headset over and over again. It 9 out of 10 times it's broken within 1 month, and
Not 1 month, like 4 months.
okay, a few months. Whereas instead of getting a new pair of headphones that, like for example, mine that lasts a long time, sounds good, but he doesn't want to because he just wants to stick with the same headset, even though he has to keep buying it over and over again.
I've had this headset. I've had this type of headset for like literally the last 4 years. I'm used to it.
Now, would you say getting a new one would be a change?
It would be a change. It's a change I'm just don't like want to make. It's a lot easier for me to spend small amounts of money over a large amount of time than spend a lot of money at once on a more like expensive, reliable headset. Plus, I just like the sound of this one. It's what I've been using forever, and Mysterious likes to roast me for that. All right, whatever. Mysterious, how about you tell us your phobias, because you haven't.
Okay. I have the fear called, I gotta pronounce this right, Phobia.
What the hell?
I'll put it in chat. Just
Whatever that means.
Crap.
that it is the fear of failure or defeat. This doesn't apply to everything, but at least in school and like in life, so not online, I do kind of I'm always afraid of failing and the outcome of failing. So
I think a lot of people are afraid of failing.
Yeah,
I think everyone is afraid.
everybody does.
I got a little story about that. I think I can relate to that too. It was a long time. It was about a year ago now. It was around like I think July or
Hello.
Chris. Yeah.
Hi, Chris.
Can you hear me? Yes or no? Because I'm kind of.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, now. Has your mic been muted or something? All right, whatever. Okay, so
Chris is dead.
Chris is just dying this whole stream. But Mysterious and I, it was about a year ago now. We were playing Civ 5, and he was, I can't remember exactly what he did, but he did something that made me want to go to war with him. So I went to war with him.
Oh, okay. So basically,
Okay.
Let me finish the story.
Instead of me doing something, I was literally winning. I was winning. Therefore, he has to declare war on me.
Oh, well, yeah. I had to stop you from winning, so I declared war on him. And he did the worst, most Chinasy shit to me. He, used great generals to take my land. He took the capital of my former greatest rival and restored them. And I lost so horribly that I literally couldn't do anything for a month. It's one of the major reasons why Alternate Future of the World Episode 3 took me so fucking long to make, because I just felt so defeated. I felt so ruined as a person. It was so hard for me to recover from that.
For some more context, basically, it was a long game. Cosmic, for a good chunk of the entire game, was at war with Siam, and Siam, caused him a lot of bullshit, and he got, he just had a really big rivalship with them. After a long time, he finally defeated them, but then after that was over, it was to the point where I was very close to winning, so he decided to declare war on me. And he thought it would be easy because I had no units, but the thing is, I was so ahead in science that and had a lot of money that I just instantly bought a bunch of advanced units and totally wrecked him. And then once I captured all of the cities that were Siam's, I restored them. Their entire empire was back, therefore making his efforts the entire game useless.
It was the worst. I still hold that against him. That was I would never in a million years do that to him. All right, so does anyone else have any last words about
What are you talking about again?
we're talking about our phobias?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't have phobia, so.
Yeah, you do.
Being scared of
You have
snakes
one.
is really a phobia because everyone should be scared of snakes.
No.
Oh, yes.
That's just sort of
Okay, it depends on the snake. If the snake is dangerous to humans, and I know that, yes, but
I think you have a fear of reality when it comes to Rome.
Oh!
Okay, I'm guessing
Roast.
that it will echo because my headphones doesn't work as my mic.
That's Mindria.
Batran's
Yeah.
microphone.
Wait, is that Mendra or Batran? I'm not
That's
sure.
Batran. He's got the.
Yeah, that's
Batran,
Batran.
mind muting your mic, Batran.
Mute your mic when you're not talking, please, because it's just sort of like.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna move on. All right, so the next topic is we're gonna discuss exposure on YouTube and society. So, for example, there's the whole iDubbbz versus Leafy situation. We're gonna talk like when do we think it's appropriate? Does it go too far? Does it not go far enough? Yeah. So, anyone want to start?
So yeah, I brought this topic to attention because I wanted to talk about people's choices and whether, or just how they should take getting exposed. So like, there's different levels of it. So there is Leafy getting exposed for his shit, and then he just kind of stayed quiet and didn't address iDubbbz in specific for a while. And then even when he did, he kind of just made like counter insults against iDubbbz instead of actually like defending himself. Whereas I can't do it. Cosmic, do you remember the other example I was telling you about? I guess he's AFK. Okay.
Rip?
Apparently, I thought my mic was muted, but
Okay.
I said I muted it when I wanted to talk.
Do you remember the other example I was telling you about?
I don't think so.
Well, anyway, but then in other situations, it was Hello Games with No Man's Sky.
Hello
When
Games.
No Man's Sky had all the controversy because they lied about the content it was going to have, they stayed completely quiet, didn't say anything. And what happened? The game died, people were refunded, and nothing good came out of it. But sometimes staying quiet is a good thing, but Hello Games chose the worst possible time to stay quiet when they were exposed. So that's why I wanted to bring it up. In my opinion, I think if you get exposed, 9 out of 10 times you should address it and you should defend yourself, unless, say, it's just something like maybe not so major. I can't think of a specific example, but that's my opinion on it.
Anyone else? All right. Okay. I guess, yeah, I think it's complicated because some people do take it too far and they'll just quote expose anyone for like the stupidest shit. Like, example, Review Tech USA gets quote exposed every other second when it's really just mindless bullshit that really
that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh, you changed your opinion on something, like the circumstances of something changed and you change your opinion, therefore you're a hypocrite, exposed, fuck you. And people obviously take it too far, but I think overall it's a good thing because it brings attention to people doing bad shit. It's essentially just calling people out. It doesn't always have to be exposed. I feel like the word exposed...
Leafy got called out, but say Keemstar got exposed.
Yeah, Keemstar got exposed because that shit was all kind of private and then yada, 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 yada. But
one thing, if I just may interrupt because I really need to say this, probably the thing that made me the most mad about Leafy's response to iDubbbz's video is that he didn't address one of the biggest points. iDubbbz mentioned how Leafy avoids all possible criticism he could get by doing the stupid character coming up and saying, but Leafy, blah, 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 blah. Leafy didn't address that. He completely ignored that thing because he knows that that's something, because he knows that he's in the wrong for that. He just didn't even address that. Instead, he decided to address more of like the whole chin thing and act like
he's a child.
And act like iDubbbz instead is insecure. And
to me, the most insulting part of Leafy's response, for anyone who follows me on Twitter, knows what I think. He said, word for word, "Man, I've just been grinding away at YouTube. I haven't had a vacation 6 months."
Yeah, fucking hated so much when he said that.
Like, look at the amount of dislikes he got from that.
That was the most one of the most appalling things I've heard in a while.
oh, one of the thing that appalled me the most from that video was when he said, when he was talking about the whole like being insecure thing, he's like, just because I post a few photos where my hand is somewhere near my face. Leafy, you do realize there's at least like 20 different photos with just like a good 80% of the photos you've posted, you have your hand on your face, and it covers the lower region of your head. You do realize this, right? No,
It's any
it's a
photo-
few photos, occasional thing.
It's any photo he has where like he's somewhat in control of it. Like if him and a friend are taking a photo, he'll cover his face. The only times where he's not covering his face is when someone else just like randomly takes a photo of him because he doesn't have time to prepare to hide his disgusting malformed chin. And he's just a child. Like I think most of the time I would be against just like insulting someone for their physical appearance. But I think it was good here because Leafy is constantly just making fun of other people for their physical appearance, and obviously he's just an insecure child, like most schoolyard bullies. They have something that they're insecure about, so they take it out on others. And Leafy, he's insecure about his disgusting chin, so he goes and makes fun of people's snaggletooths, or, quote, yo, is this kid fucking retarded? Like that, like... All you have to do is do literally like 2 minutes of research. Is this girl from this video retarded? Is fucking Maddie B's sister retarded? It takes 5 seconds! Alright, but we're getting off topic.
Okay, I hate to kind of go off topic, but it seems like Chris and Random Mapping are having some sort of debate in the chat. Would you guys rather,
Okay, goodbye.
That started
talk it out?
Started it.
Alright,
talk it
so I guess we'll
give them the floor once again.
Give them the
No,
floor
I don't
once
even know.
again.
I don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about pizza now. I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
I'm eating pizza as well.
You're talking-
Hey, it was,
Oh, of course you're eating.
I just backfired.
You guys are having an argument about pizza?
Yeah.
Not
What do we
again.
call it?
Not
Takes
again.
with the pizza.
Is it because I said Mamma Mia?
No,
Probably.
but that wasn't
I'm eating pizza.
Okay, never mind then.
You're
Let's
right,
continue.
it's not
Does anyone else have an opinion on exposure?
stupid.
Viper got exposed.
I'm gonna expose Rat. It's gonna be hilarious.
I mean, yeah.
Rat,
He's
I
exposed
know
for being Keemstar.
I mean, we all know this. Viper being Keemstar at this point is just kind of common.
Our bully channels are cancel. Our bully channels.
Okay, all right, we're going to move on to the next topic. Okay, so now we're going to discuss the pros and cons of memes in 2016. Now, I know this topic sounds extremely stupid. There's the live stream is delayed, but I'm sure many people are making their own memes about this already in the chat. So I have a lot of things to say about this, but I want to let someone else start. So someone else go.
Why don't you start, Rat?
What?
Red? Hello?
Wanna-
Red?
Yeah,
You're live?
You want to talk about memes?
I don't know any years of 2016.
Thank you.
It's-
Thank your beans.
It's more or less the use of memes rather than.
I don't know.
Here's an example. Do you like it when you see a mapping video and they put a random meme in there?
Not really,
No.
because it
Yeah,
feels
I think
kind of
it's-
inappropriate in a mapping series.
Exactly. Like, if for people who know, like, I have a whole feud with Spart about memes because he thinks it's just hilarious to put a meme in the video. Memes are
He-
just like
He'll
some.
run from his mistakes when he grows up. You know?
Huh? What?
Cosmic.
Yeah?
He trigger you.
That's another thing I hate. The word triggered, but I'll talk about it. The word triggered has just become like a word that stupid people. The word. Okay, let me
Trigger, cancer, and cringe is basically the new trends now.
Yeah.
I say, oh, you trigger. Like, I fucking hate the word trigger.
The word
And they're
triggered has just become a way for stupid people to try to degrade someone else's argument. Like, God forbid someone gets like passionate about their thing, then they're just triggered. Ooh, triggered. I used to use that a lot too. I've been like an anti-SJW for a while. I used to use that term,
Oh,
but it's just like now I can't because in my head it's just so associated with stupid assholes that have no argument. That just go, oh, you're just triggered.
As far as
Cosmic's triggered.
my opinion
So
on
triggered.
it, memes are
I really-
extremely unnecessary. and they definitely take away from the videos they're in. Like Alp brought up his whole thing with Lenny face. I don't remember if it was even in the series or not, but there was some video he made recently that used, like, he was yelling at the Lenny face, and it was just kind of unfunny, to be honest. Because memes are memes because they're jokes that basically got overused enough to go viral.
Yeah, I mean,
Damn, Daniel.
I've said this before in argument. Please, I've said this
Daniel
before.
was never funny.
I've said, yeah, that was never funny. But I've said this before in arguments with Spatzer's part. Memes are a fucking destructive force. Honestly, they're just things that they dumb down the population. It lowers our standards for comedy, and it's just like, instead of what used to be the standard was an actual, like, well-written, well-thought-out joke or a comedy routine. Now it's just, oh, Harambe, ooh, triggered, ooh, get it, it's funny. It's a destructive force that's really just dumbing down the population and lowering our standards for art. It's ridiculous. And people usually, whenever I make this argument, respond with a meme itself. Like, they respond to my argument against memes with memes. I've never once seen, like, one constructive argument for memes. I don't know.
I guess I kind of agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just there. All right, so does anyone have
By the way,
any...
Cosmic, I use the word triggered as a joke. Don't think I actually use it.
Yeah, I know. I know you're better than that.
Fun I forgot that bit.
What?
Does anyone have any...
Back to talking gibberish.
No, I.
So yeah,
am
most
thinking of
memes are
enemies.
terrible. If I'm gonna say any memes I like Harambe.
Oh my god.
Oh,
The thing about memes is
Out for Harambe.
they're usually funny, but the thing that makes them a destructive force is that they instantly become unfunny. They're
Because
like
they're used too much. Yeah.
the Harambe joke. I thought was fucking hilarious. It's just like, oh, dicks out for Harambe. It's funny, but it gets overused and becomes a destructive force, and it just, I don't know. So does anyone have any last words about memes?
So use memes if you aren't planning on making a serious video, but if you're making a serious video, aka any mapping series, don't use them.
Sour bully
Right.
channels are kids.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, before we
What
continue,
were we just talking about?
Before we continue, Rad, can we just call this a truce? Like, I'm getting tired by typing. I just want to eat my pizza. Can we just call it a truce?
The worst every day.
We will now sign
Okay.
the treaty of the Mamma Mia pizza controversy.
Just
Uh,
don't do Mamma Mia.
Italian Chris, do you oblige?
Yes.
I've
Rad of Mapping, do you oblige?
under one condition. I'm allowed to block Chris to avoid any conflict.
Wait, what did he say?
Uh-oh.
What'd you say?
I didn't hear what you said there. What did you say?
I'm under the condition that I'm allowed to block you, so we can avoid any conflict.
Block Chris? I think that's a bit
What?
Wow. You mean both on Skype or?
Everything.
Wow, that. Wow.
Wow.
Okay then.
I don't need you. Cosmic is here to support me, right, Cosmic? Cosmic.
We'll be here for you, honey.
This is like some soap opera.
Oh,
Oh
What?
dear.
I'm getting tense as shit.
Chris, honey, I just want to make up. Rad of Mapping, no. We're done. I never want to see you again.
Oh god.
But honey, I love you. No. I'm blocking all communication with you.
Shit,
Goodbye.
man.
We cannot actually
I've
block
added a
Chris.
map on my site, so ha.
Rat, you should animate this.
And
yeah.
there's over 1,000 subscribers, so yeah.
Here, I need you guys to
And Dylan, my man. Hello, Dylan, my man.
I need you guys to carry the show for a second. I'll be right back. I'm having a situation.
Okay, sure.
All right,
No
I guess
problem.
we'll move on to the next topic then, which is discuss if it is okay for streamers to exploit cleavage for personal gain. Now, I brought this up. Probably the most common example that all of you will probably be familiar with is booby streamers. They show a ton of cleavage.
Oh,
They'll
of
play a
course.
game. They'll quote play a game most of the time, and they will make the majority of their money and views off of their cleavage rather than their personality or the gameplay involved.
And
So
and also
I just wanted to get
big,
everyone's
big
opinions
thumbnails.
on whether they think it is okay for them to profit off of doing that on gaming streams. Now, I'm not talking about cam girls, okay? Cam girls are cam girls, but on sites like Twitch where it's supposed to be kid-friendly gaming, should it be allowed? Chris, you want to go first?
What are we talking about again?
Do you think booby streamers are justified?
Isn't there a term in
Well,
most?
to be honest, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
Do you think it's
Sorry.
okay that quote gamer streams can profit off of just showing cleavage?
I can say something to it if no one says something.
All right, I guess I'll just say it. I don't think it's okay. You know, gaming streams are meant to be about gaming and not about attracting 13-year-olds into streams because a woman is showing her cleavage. They shouldn't be on these websites. There are websites designated to that, but to profit off of these gaming websites and to do something that isn't gaming, it's just not right.
I think it really depends on the terms of service that like the streaming service has, because like having this thing would probably go under soft porn, and I know that a lot, and that would count as like sexual content. And if the streaming service has a term that like makes it, that you say you're not allowed to do this, then you shouldn't do this.
Yeah, the terms of service obviously do matter. Like, I know Twitch basically says no sexual content, but because they're mostly just worried about the sexual content and whether you actually show full-on nudity rather than cleavage, people like Caseytron, and if you don't know who Caseytron is, basically she's a girl who plays games and she has a large amount of cleavage every single time she streams. And she is infamous for being one of the biggest booby streamers. And she's able to get away with it because she's not fully showing anything and she's not doing anything sexual. But I still don't think it's right. Just to get by the terms of service, just because you get by the terms of service doesn't make it okay.
Yeah.
What do you think, Batran, Mindra?
I don't know.
Nothing.
It's not really that hard of an answer. It's like he said, it's for Twitch is for gamers. I don't see why you should show your cleavage. That's it. It's not really much more to say about that.
All right, I kind of want to wait for Cosmic so he can give his.
I don't know. They do what they want. Doesn't mean they won't get haters.
Yeah.
Well, if they want to show their cleavage, you can do it somewhere else. Go to Pornhub or something.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of the point. There are websites more fit for that, but they take advantage of the websites that are full of, horny 13-year-olds.
Yes.
It's just not right.
Okay, I'm back.
There you are. You're
Oh,
just in time
hi,
to give
Cosmic.
your final
I'm kind
opinion.
of in a really bad pickle right now.
Okay, well,
I
before you
don't-
explain that, how about you give the final input on whether booby streamers are okay or not? We have all gave it.
I'm sorry, my mind's a bit clouded by events currently. Okay. Okay. So, booby streamers. I think it's complicated because some people seems to be their main issue with booby streamers are like just the fact that they're showing cleavage, and a lot of people are like, oh, sluts. I think that's sort of the wrong way of going about it. I'm like, I don't care. Go ahead, show as much skin as you want. But when it gets to the point where like women are literally using just sex appeal to horny 13-year-olds, that's where I draw the line. So
I guess you do have a point because there is a difference between the streamers who just have cleavage compared to twerking after every kill cam in Call of Duty. Like
Yeah,
they-
just like
I guess
somebody
there is a
donates
big
them
step
€1 and yeah.
So yeah, I think most of us are in consensus. What's the word? Whatever. We're in agreement that it's not okay to an extent. All right. So you want to explain what happened now, Cosmic?
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about that here.
Okay then.
This is private
The mystery
situation.
of Cosmic's life.
Private
Okay.
situation only for me and Seplio.
So I guess we'll move on to the next
Yeah,
topic.
Seplio.
Seplio, please
I
just
think-
keep this secret. I beg
Wow,
you.
Cosmic.
Seplio.
You know, I'll tell you guys after the show. But right
Wow,
now,
Cosmic. If we were best friends,
Wow,
what happened?
I'll tell you guys after the show.
You probably will forget.
Not on the live show. It's kind of just not.
The
It's
next
a bad
topic. You wanna
What am I doing?
tell what the next topic is?
Oh no.
What is it?
I'm going
Okay.
to go. Bye.
You're gonna get don't.
No,
Rat, you
no,
know
rat, no,
Rat, no.
rat.
No.
He left.
I know I'm really good at arguing, but you can still try.
Oh wait, he's back.
No, it's not that, like, I just hate it when we argue because I hate conflict.
Well, it's
Oh,
interesting for the show.
Think of it as a friendly debate rather than an argument.
Yeah, it's a debate.
We
come
can't
on.
have a friendly debate when me and Chris are in one room or in one, like, call. Then I think we can.
You fucking
Like-
you know. Okay, you're such a hypocrite. You even asked me if I could join one of your streams so we could debate.
Yeah, on my
So-
stream, but not the MapperCast.
Okay.
Nah, come on.
We're still doing
Sure.
that.
Alright.
So I thought
The
we were not
next
doing that.
topic is discussing the Italian and Hungarian prime ministers boycotting.
Okay, I'm
the
just
European
gonna explain what
Summit.
happened. I'm just gonna explain what happened, and we can just continue to the next topic, because like I'm the only one here who knows about it probably. So pretty much,
Go ahead.
there was an EU summit in Slovakia with all the EU members, and like Angela Merkel wanted like everyone to agree on about some stuff like a joint military and that kind of stuff and immigration. But out of nowhere, well, Hungary. Oh, the Hungarian prime minister is kind of a bit expected because Hungary kind of like disagrees with a lot of stuff. But the Italian prime minister always has always stood on Merkel's side when it comes to arguments. But this was like the first time, and I was like shocked that he did disagree, and he somewhat insulted Merkel and Hollande. Not really like he didn't really like tell them they're bad, but he kind of somewhat insulted them, and then he refused to go to their press conference. So just
I think he just done that to get this referendum thing you told me about.
yeah, there's just
Maybe.
an Italian political party called. Okay, I'm not gonna say it. It's pretty much is anti Renzi, anti prime minister. And anyway, they said that just Renzi did that not because he disagrees with Merkel, just because so he could get more support with the whole referendum thing. At least that's what I think. Anyway, yeah, that's only it. I guess we're going to go to the next topic because Rat is
Yeah, sure.
coward.
Do you have anything else to say about it, Brett?
Not really.
All right. That was a short topic, but I
Yep.
guess we'll move on to Cosmic. Are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just having a panic attack.
Okay.
What?
Oh, you.
What?
It's complicated. I'll talk. It's okay.
I know this is. Wait, what? Go, okay.
I've all right. Okay, let's move on to the next topic.
Wait. Getting off topic for a second. Can I go off topic for a second?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
You guys heard of like what happened last night?
Like
What
the
happened?
Manhattan Ball
What happened?
or
Yeah,
what?
you guys. Well, last night, there's alleged coordinated attacks in New York, New Jersey, and shooting in D.C.
Oh shit!
At the
Really?
same night. At the same night.
Oh damn.
Is that happening right now?
I only heard about the
No,
bomb
it happened
in
last
the-
night. It happened last night. Yeah. Trump and Hillary said that they are terrorist attacks.
Oh, I haven't heard about this.
Okay.
It happened last night. I was
What organization was it? Who did it?
No
I
one
don't
knows.
know. No one knows yet. Apparently, in New York, there was an exploded pressure cooker with some wires hooked in it, but I don't know.
That's worrying me because my father is currently just like he's doing gigs. He's a musician. He's doing wedding gigs all around that area.
Oh yeah, and the explosion just happened to happen in the same building he was in.
Oh shush!
All right, I guess we'll move.
Guys, I'm
back
pretty
to
sure
topic
that
now.
if Canada was going to be split into states, I'm pretty sure it would be more than 13 states. If you know what I mean. And
All
talk
right,
to the comment
so-
section. Okay, so we move on.
All right, so we're going to discuss how the ideology of Republicans has changed throughout American history. I wanted to bring this to the table because many people. I recently heard a story, not from anyone here, but I heard a story about a guy who made a post on Facebook saying how, hey, hey Democrats, look, Republicans were the ones who, did all the good things back in the day. We were the ones who, were against slavery and we're for all of the right freedoms and stuff. But what these people don't realize is how much the Republican Party's ideology has changed throughout time, and how basically the Republican and Democrat, they switched. Like, Democrats are now the ones who are trying to advocate for more rights and freedoms of Americans, while Republicans try to discriminate, it seems. So I just wanted to talk about that.
Or just trying to go traditional ways.
Well, traditional ways can sometimes be just discrimination.
True.
So, Cosmic, you want to...
I don't think every one of the Republicans do discriminate. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying all of them do. I just say that some of the policies that Republicans come up with tend to discriminate.
Yeah.
What about Democrats?
The Democratic Party used to be the more conservative party, I believe. I don't know if I'm 100% correct on that, but from what I know, there was a realignment of the party. So it was around when the Democrats started supporting the whole Civil Rights Act in the 60s and stuff. Is the Dixiecrats, as they were called, the racist Democrats, kind of got turned off by that, and so they went to just logically the only other party, the Republican Party. So I think that's probably the main reason why we've seen a major shift in the ideologies.
Don't they? Didn't the Democrats try to advocate for like a lowering something so African Americans can go to college?
So African Americans can go to college.
Yeah, like there's a little thing I forgot, but it's a little thing that they lower the difficulty for African Americans to go to college, stuff like that, because there's not enough African Americans going to college as they claim. Wouldn't it like make it? Wouldn't that like alienate the other human races? Because while human races are like have to go through all of that, the African Americans have just to go a few stuff and they're in college. Would that be a little alienating the others?
I'm a bit confused as to what you mean.
Mating.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, my mind's reeling it. Mysterious, you want to respond to him?
No, I'm on the same book as you. Could you explain more, Byron?
I forgot what it is. It's a little long time ago. I remember that, but I'll get back to you once I remember.
All right.
I'll research all that right now.
Europeans, do you have any knowledge of this? I'm guessing not, unless you know a lot about American history.
No, we don't.
All right. Basically, I just think that the roles definitely have switched. I think that Republicans aren't what they used to be today. So when people say that Republicans were the good guys back in the day, that was back in the day, and times have changed.
No, I don't want to get much hate here, but I'm technically a registered Republican right now.
I'm not insulting all Republicans. It's the people who think that Republicans are the same today as they were in the past centuries.
Right.
Ow, crap.
Oh, I'm curious.
Oh.
Did you step on the glass again?
I don't know. Something got lodged under my toenail.
Personally,
toenail.
I'm very shaky right now.
Personally, I don't really, as a Republican, I don't really care about all of that. I mean, like, as long as it doesn't affect me, I don't really care. That's basically it. At
Mysterious.
least affect me negatively, anyways.
With you.
What's that, Chris?
Looks like someone disagreeing with you in the chat. Scout107.
I'm talking.
Scout 107 says I am wrong. Would you like to elaborate, Scout?
Yeah, I guess he didn't really say why.
Maybe he just wanted to do a shitty.
You know, I want. This is like.
Earlier that Republicans hate slavery and they hate segregation.
Well, maybe they did.
My point is that yes, back in the day they were the good guys and they were against slavery. They were against segregation. But my point is that times have changed.
Times have changed.
Times have changed. This is a topic that I did have a lot of things to say about, but just because of the current events right now, I can't really say. I apologize if I'm just being like a quiet boy right now.
No, it's okay. You're talking every stream, so it's okay. Just like one stream you don't talk, it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm guessing we're done with this topic.
Yeah, I say we.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the free-for-all Q&A. I'll be answering questions. I might be a little bit more inactive because I'm still trying to currently. But yeah, so go ahead, ask away.
Yeah, ask questions.
Yeah.
Five years later.
Swedish kingdom mapping. It's because
Cosmic, what do you think of my latest video?
Oh, I have not seen it, but I'll check it out later. I'll check it out later when I can focus on things, and I'll check it out later when I can focus on things, and I'm not having like a panic attack.
Cosmic, what do you think of Alan Mapping's channel?
Alan mapping, or Alan.
Alan. Lee Allen.
I think that's Aland or Alan.
What do you think of Lee Allen?
Erland. I think
Alan.
it's pronounced Erland.
I haven't seen too much of your stuff in depth, but from what I have seen, I was actually very surprised by the quality. So, I mean, I think you're very good for a smaller mapper.
Can Cosmic do another toenail review? Very interesting.
Toenail. Yeah, sure.
I would like to see that.
Didn't he show his toe in Twitter?
No, that was like a bunch of ant bites.
Who's better,
yeah.
Leafy or
Who is
Pyrocynical?
Cosmic?
Neither.
I don't like either of them. I don't like either of them, but
I'd rather watch Pyrocynical, but I
don't like either of them, but I do think Pyrocynical.
Pyrocynical, his accent bothers me a lot. Like, I'm fine with British accents, but his whole the voice with the combination of the British accent makes me.
Wow, racist against Brits. Wow.
No, I'm not racist.
That's right.
I
That's
just-
right.
people who have voices that are like, Jojo,
That's
like
right.
voices
Right.
like that, bad, but the combination
That's
of
right.
What?
accent.
Somebody asked you, how did you discover mapping?
Review.
I actually had a really weird way to discover mapping.
I'd crush.
Go ahead, tell us.
Oklahoman, you and I seem to agree on the majority. We all follow like the Young Turks accounts. I don't know. My heart's crushed me.
Yeah, by the way,
Yeah, debate. Wow.
By the way, I just remembered. I think it was I think what I said earlier was meant to be like affirmative action in the United States. I think the first one was created by John F. Kennedy.
I actually kind of disagree with.
Executive Order 10925.
I kind of disagree with affirmative action, honestly. Like a lot of liberals like myself think it's great, but I don't know. I feel like we should help everyone get into college. To have a program that only focuses on bringing minorities into college I don't think it is racist, but it could be interpreted as racism against the majority.
As long as you discriminate one group of people, you will always have uproar. Especially if you're we see it in Syria. Where the majority gets discriminated, but the minorities gets privileges, and that's why we have a civil war right now there.
Oh yeah.
Mindria, what do you think of people who still use MS Paint?
Get paint.net. It's better.
What the hell is that? Someone playing a Chinese.
Someone watching Dora?
A Chinese.
It's my shitty TV.
Welsh says he's restarting his alternate future Europe.
Well, good for you, Welsh mapping. Proud of you.
For some reason, I hate people restarting the AFB because then, I never know how it's going to end, what could have happened.
Well, this is pretty quiet.
Mapping, Minria Patra 99. What do you think of my mapping?
Who asked that?
Who thinks of?
Exordium.
Oh,
Oh,
I
I
don't know.
got it wrong.
Exordium, your mapping videos are good. 10 out of 10.
Gonna have
I
to.
haven't seen much of it.
I know you're
read wrong.
coming up next in
What
mapping.
is that? What do you think of mapping?
An asked me, what do you think of Connex mapping? He only started 2 weeks ago and he has 250 subscribers.
His production quality is very
Yeah,
good.
he has very high production quality, so it's not too much of a surprise because he deserves what he has already. But I'm just kind of surprised that people found him in the first place. He must have had some sort of advertising that he did. Because I'm just surprised that people found his channel so fast. Because that's probably the hardest thing about a new mapper is just people finding your channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to find a good mapping channel nowadays.
Yeah, it's because there are like so many.
And
And like 1.2k mappers.
I haven't seen your AFO yet in the mapper, so just want to answer that. I will check out later.
Yeah. The funny thing
Um,
is, like, the recent good mappers I've seen that are still more like, I just got from shoutouts I've discovered them.
Mapping Center asked me, Wyoming or Montana? Definitely Montana. I think Montana actually has some very nice views, and I wouldn't
Montana's
mind.
beautiful.
I wouldn't mind going there because some of the views that you can go to in Montana are just astounding.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people give Montana and Wyoming shit because they're lower population states. Not too many people know about them, so they're just like, oh, that must be a hellhole. But they're actually quite beautiful. A lot of people discount them. They're beautiful places.
Mr. Dingo, how do you gain subs? Well, obviously, every mapper here uses clickbait.
Yep. That's how it works. That's how it works. Clickbait.
Yeah,
That's how it
obviously,
works.
clickbait.
And also use
It will get you a shit ton of
that's
views.
also useful.
I'm just kidding. You use clickbait. At least I don't do, but probably Rat does. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, how are you supposed to do clickbait and that is what do you write on? AFOEOMG, so much more, so much
Clickbaiting
content.
and mapping would be something like, in all caps, Russia did what?
Oh my god.
That's
Or
like what it
World
would
War
be.
III.
That's
Should be my
what I
alternative.
wanted to have a topic. How are you going to implement clickbait into mapping videos?
You
Or
put-
something like-
you put a Russian country ball, then you put boobs.
Oh god,
Of course!
of course,
Mason.
Poland porn, yeah.
Or like if we retitled this podcast, like in all caps, Rat leaves Chris.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Oh,
Mason Shoemaker asked me Alternate Future of the World episode 5. I'm hoping to get Alternate Future of the World episode 5 out this week. There is a lot of work that still needs to be done on it because I'm waiting on somebody to help me out, but I'm hoping to get it out this week.
Okay, Only Bro has asked this for a long time, and he asks, rumors and news say that Amazon is planning on making a rival video sharing site to YouTube called Amazon Video. What are your thoughts on it, and how do you think it will affect mapping?
I want to give my opinion on this. This is very similar to Facebook making a competitor to Steam, and I think it's the same situation. They see an opportunity, they have a lot of money, they're going to try to execute it, but people are so used to YouTube and people are so used to Steam that it's not going to be as successful as they think it's going to be just because they have the funds to advertise it.
Yeah, I mean, there's already many alternatives to YouTube. There's Vimeo, there's, what's the other one? I can't remember the name of the other one. A bunch of them exist, and Dailymotion. See, there's a reason why we don't know their names. It's because like YouTube has a monopoly on the video sharing market, and I don't really see a scenario where that monopoly is broken. Honestly, like I think just YouTube has been around for too long. Too many people have built their careers on it. Too many people are used to it. I don't think another website would come to challenge them. And honestly, I'm okay with that. I disagree with a lot of the policies YouTube implements, and I feel like, maybe there's a way by law we could make it so that they're not allowed to implement harmful policies. But I don't know. I just kind of like having the one website where there's there's all the different channels. I think it would just get confusing if there was just a bunch of different websites.
I like having the majority of the PC gaming community on Steam, and I like having the majority of, I guess, video watcher community on YouTube.
Yeah, it's
it creates just a big environment where you're a part of a bigger thing, and everyone's kind of centralized.
It's like if you had to buy a different TV for like different channels that you want, like it would just get confusing. Like,
I think it's a bit different.
Well, it's an analogy. It's just like, you want to see this channel, you have to go to this TV. Like, just have it all in one TV. It's a lot more efficient.
Yeah.
I'm not cheating on you. Rat is just my mortal enemy. I'm not. It's not.
Nah, I'm shipping you with Rat right now.
No.
That's it.
Joking, guys. My husband, not Rat. Okay, it's getting weird.
Oh.
Next question.
Wait, if Chris and me would be... Oh god. Like, if we would adopt the child would be traumatized. Just
What the fuck?
Honey, there's something I have to tell you. I'm pregnant. Please come home.
Oh, I'm dying over here.
Guys,
Opinion
the
on-
Russian mapping community. Okay.
Opinion on a Christian's MapperCast. Who's
On
Christian?
what?
I think it means
Christian MapperCast?
No, Christian's MapperCast.
Does he now mean
Oh.
Christians or Chris?
There's
Yeah,
another
yeah,
MapperCast.
It's me. It's
person
me. My name is
Christian.
Well, I don't know if it's me or Christian. I don't know what Christian is. So
Christians is the...
my name is Christian, but I don't know what he means. I don't know. Like, not many people know my full name. So now a lot of people knows my full name now that I said it. But
By this, does he mean there's
GG.
another mapping podcast, or like he took our series?
Christians for Mapper. Okay, like Christians. Wait, what? I'm confused.
I'm confused too.
Yeah, I
Christian religion.
Same.
Christians for MapperCast. Like
No,
Christian
What?
Christian religion in MapperCast.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm not completely
Christian
sure.
religion. I guess.
Christianian MapperCast.
That's like if we.
Oh yeah, I did my own religion. I'm just kidding.
That's like if we only did a MapperCast where all of us are gamers. Like, we're still talking about mapping, so what does that have to do with it?
MapperCast Gaming.
All hail the flies.
Yeah, you can get mapping. We know me and Dre's are kid, but we don't.
It's like just because you're Christian doesn't mean
What?
Are we on
About
free
it.
for all?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just double check.
Wait, did Alp
what
leave
about-
mapping?
Okay, we got, do you like shitty Russian mapping?
Yes, we do.
I fucking love it. Like I watch it every day before when I come home from school, and I just watch that Russian.
Yeah.
Get a,
Do you know Edo's TV, right?
yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
I'd say based on people making 2-minute long videos, they sure are Russian their mapping.
No,
Yeah.
I'm leaving. Bye, I'm leaving.
Why?
No, stay here.
Done.
No.
Literally, no. Just no. Who said that? Who said that?
What?
Yeah,
Wait,
who said that? Come on.
Wait, what did I forget? What?
What?
Speak up.
I'm done.
I
Who the-
didn't listen.
Why'd you time out Frenchman?
Nothing.
Okay.
Frenchman
What are we
said
doing?
Pennsylvania or smelly new pork.
What the
What?
What?
what is that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm guessing he means New York. Well, New York? New York's the fucking best place on earth. Don't even...
No.
No.
I think his motivation was this question because of
Don't make me start arguing with you now.
Hong Kong
I think
is
you're,
the
yeah, come on,
best
guys. Like, I
place
think
in the
you're forgetting
world.
about Antarctica.
That's like an argument that could not be run. Like two people that are obsessed with the place they were born in, arguing about which one is
Hong
better.
Kong
That
is
was
the
not.
best place there is, and I don't live there, nor was I born there.
believe that Berlin is the nicest city on earth.
You guys got to go to
Only-
New York, then you'll know.
Only bro
then
with
you'll
an
know
actual.
what a city is.
I'll probably get mugged the first 2 seconds I'll be there.
Oh,
Only bro says if there was a decent
Oh.
rival web sharing site to YouTube, how would it affect mapping? It really wouldn't. I feel like mapping would still exist on YouTube. If anyone were to make mapping on the other platforms, I don't think they'd be as popular.
We could take over YouTube, by the way, through this and
Everyone
just
left
map it
YouTube. We could just make YouTube mapping tube.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can make YouTube great again.
Okay.
Yeah.
None of that. All right, we're gonna do this for 20 more minutes because
Joking, guy. I asked Chris.
I don't.
Chris.
Chris, we
please
should adopt a new
challenge.
challenge. Should it be Cosmic or Rat? Well, Cosmic is pissed at me, so I think we should choose Rat.
I'm not pissing you.
Chris, I think then I would probably like. What is it? A thing called where children can call by phone if they want to get away from their parents and want to get
That's
adopted.
social services.
Okay, I would instantly call that probably.
Then I will keep you in the basement.
Chris, I would. Chris, what I would.
I had to deal with
probably
social
do-
services once because
I would probably
like what. I'm sorry.
Okay, AN Mapping says, Mysterious Mapping, do you have any advice for people having problems making good storylines?
Yeah, that's my question too.
I have advice.
Take a big idea that you have, such as, like, in the end, I want this country to do this, and think of how you can develop a great storyline that goes up to that, like, gradually, and makes it so that one moment as dramatic as you want it to be. So, like, if you want an episode to end in a giant world war where some country launches a missile, come up with a bunch of different countries with their storylines and how their storyline correlates and leads up to that one big event you have. That's how I personally come up with my story.
So,
For
like,
example, my latest episode of Alternate Future of the World, I wanted it to end with a all-out world war, but between different countries, separate wars, not all one war. And then I wanted to end with a very dramatic moment, and I feel like all of those separate wars led up to that moment. So that's just an example of how you can come up with good stories. Think of what outcome you want and think of how you can accomplish that.
Yeah, I would say I agree completely with Mysterious. One tip I would have is to always think ahead. Don't just like run into it not really knowing what you're going to do. Have like a plan for like where the series is currently and where you want it to end, or just your goal of where you want the series to be. Because if you don't really have like an end goal in mind, then you really are just kind of, it's just going to be a bunch of random stuff happening, and there's not really going to be an overlapping storyline. So I always plan ahead, I would say.
Kind of weird considering that my Alternate Future of Europe and Alternate History of Europe both didn't really have an end when I started them.
Really?
No, they had
Such a good job.
Rat.
like
All right,
in
well,
Alternate
maybe-
Future of
maybe I'm
Europe.
wrong.
In Alternate Future of Europe, I thought about like a lot of different endings, and that which we have now is just one of a dozens.
When I ended my alternate Europe, I was like, okay, I will not use nukes because that's a cliche. Okay, I will use bioweapons instead. Pretty much the same thing.
No.
Random Guy 45 says, favorite Democrat president, favorite Republican. Abraham Lincoln, Teddy Roosevelt.
Mine would be, Abraham Lincoln and FDR, definitely.
Wait, what's the question?
So
Favorite Republican and Democrat president.
Oh, okay.
of the United States.
Who is your favorite
Mine would be
MapperCaster?
controversial.
Yeah, Mindra,
Mine-
I think Lee Allen is the best one because he's always
Yes.
he's
He's always at the
kind.
dentist,
Okay.
man.
Wait,
Cares a
Batman
lot about
would
personal.
be now
Lee
like
Allen's
something
kidnapped by
kind
the
to make
dentist.
it like
Calm
little
down.
story thing. Like but when you wanted to have this little story thing.
Huh?
You wanted this story with Lee and all that. This,
Oh yeah,
you did wanted to do that, right?
yeah. I wanted to do that. Like, let me go back into the thing and look for it. Where is it? Oh yeah.
I
We
found
could. Sorry. I had this idea a little like a couple days ago where we could do like something like storytelling or radio kind of show where the narrator's like narrating some kind of thing and we as a group improvise and try to get around obstacles and stuff like that. For example, the narrator says there's a storage house.
Hold on, I need to address that. Did you say narrator?
Yeah, the narrator.
What's a narrator?
The narrative.
Narrator.
The one that's like.
I'm sorry, that just bothered me.
Oh my god, mysterious.
Well, dialects, you know what I mean? That's how we speak it here.
Someone asked me something. I forgot. I am lost to the question.
Someone asked when the next MapperCast is. It's next Sunday at 1 p.m.
Next weekend.
At 1 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, Eastern Standard Timing, give or take an hour.
Yeah. Opinion on Canadian Mapper.
He's probably very nice.
Yeah, he's probably a nice guy.
Yeah, because
he
he's
has
Canadian.
1,000 subs. I've never seen his stuff. I don't know, maybe.
How long until Leafy does a video on mapping? I don't think he will, but if he does,
At least he doesn't do videos on animations.
I think even his fans are gonna be like, Leafy, why the fuck are you spending time making a video about this shit? Like, I don't think anyone would find it interesting, to be honest.
No, I think his fans are just such brain dead zombies. They would just even if what he was attacking was stupid, they would just side with him and go mindlessly attack them.
Maybe.
Yeah. I should turn
It's also
dislikes.
like mapping is really political, and like I assume that most Leafy fans don't know much about politics. So how is going to get entertainment out of this?
Opinions on Christians. If you're Christian, nothing wrong with that. But if you try to force your opinions on someone else, as it applies to every other religion, you kind of shouldn't.
I know one mapper that does this.
Opinion on Israel. It's a place.
I like the
that
country. I like the
is
country.
good.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the current administration.
It's too controversial.
What?
We need to make an non-controversial mapping series. I even made a tutorial.
That's
on
not
that.
possible. I think you demonstrated that.
I made one.
I think the only closest we come to making it controversial is making fictional countries and stuff.
I'm kinda.
Chris, joking guy mapping says he's gonna get.
Yeah, no, me
game.
just mapping into this world is having kind of a weird conversation. Just ignore it completely and continue talking.
Okay. Opinion on flat earthers. They're ignorant idiots.
A bunch of fucking morons. A bunch of backwards hillbilly.
Yeah, I could go
Redneck.
on them.
Oh,
How stupid you have to be to think that Earth is flat. Like, learn. Okay, I know that there are some people that hate physics here in this call, but it's basic sense. Gravity. Have you ever heard of that thing? It's a thing that I hate, but we have it.
Not to mention, think about how big of a conspiracy it would have to be for every single government ever to keep it to like make up, like Google Earth, for example. Like they just created that thing, you know, just to convince people that it's round.
Well,
when in
I
reality,
think
it's
they
actually
just do
flat.
that just to be part of something because they want to create conspiracies for everything.
These people, but that's the thing though. They're not rational. They're stupid. They're people. These are the people that follow Alex Jones. These are the people that support Donald Trump. They don't have a single rational thought in their.
What do you mean? Infowars is my favorite.
Yeah, it's the best show. He's totally not a crazy person.
It's such a shame that he has Jones as a last name in comparison
There's
to like good people like Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones isn't real.
Wonder if we ever
He
gonna
doesn't
have
know
a
my
Jones
mind.
president.
Into my heart.
Do you accept me as meme lord and denounce all loyalty to infidelic Mr. Owner and Poner?
There's presidents that has the name Johnson or Jackson, but there's no Jones.
Jones.
Oh my god. I don't know.
You are uncivilized community. Life of Mapper.
Chris says, Mindra and Rat, go back to your rooms. This really is a soap opera, isn't it?
We're kind of having a conversation here.
Having a family bonding
Back in
moment.
the podcast. This is what the podcast is.
You're 1 year younger than me. How can you be my father? Is this like?
I am your father.
Question for me: Elon Musk thinks we live in a simulation, like in the Matrix. Thoughts?
yes, of
I
course.
think that's an interesting theory, honestly, and
That would be reasonable.
based on the arguments I've
Unlike
heard,
the
it's
unlike
actually
the flat
not
Earth thing.
like flat Earth. There's no legitimate like arguments for that. But I have heard a few good arguments for the simulation theory, and I don't believe in it. I think it's a bit too out there, but it's certainly possible.
There's no way to prove it right or wrong, so really it's just kind of a theory. And it will remain one.
A game.
I'm half the chat is just this role play.
I'm so sorry.
What is going on? Chris.
Scout 107 says, "What is fascism?"
Fascism is
It's a great way to lead a people.
fascism basically says you have to do only things that are beneficial for the state and nothing else.
No, well,
That is what fascism is.
well, that's what like pure fascism is. But like, hey, every communist
Pure
country
fascism. You
has
just
never
said
been
it.
truly
You
communist.
just said it.
A communist country has never been truly communist. Communism is when you like. Okay, wait, no, couldn't talk about communism. Okay, you know what, Rat?
Didn't we said that we're not going to talk about political topics?
Rat. We had an agreement. We promised not to talk about politics in the MapperCast.
That makes for interesting talk. All right.
I could just make
Cosmic.
an imitation, so I could say it's not me.
Okay. Cosmic. When will History of Triplet Islands come out? My next big project is Subscriber Alternate Nations Episode 5, then Alternate Future of the USA Episode 3, and then History of the Triplet Islands Episode 1.
Estimates
I didn't get
like in 2 years.
hopefully not that long. But after I release the next Alternate Future of the World, I'll make a upload schedule video similar to the one I made earlier.
Wait, fascism is a Nazi version of nationalism. That makes no fucking sense.
Nazi is National Socialism, basically where everyone is equal as long as he fulfills certain circumstances and requirements.
And that went well. That went well.
Ayan is asking opinion on celebrities exposing their bodies to get media attention, like Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is very. It's not the same thing, though. It's kind of different. Justin Bieber is washed up and irrelevant, so he tries to make himself irrelevant again by getting on the news for stupid things such as being naked.
That's what celebrities love to do.
Yeah.
I found another Dylan's World's Dylan.
Oh yeah, when you search Dylan's World, there's another channel that comes up.
Yeah, I saw that. That's very interesting.
Opinion on South Korea.
It's a nice place.
Better than the North.
What is better, socialism or capitalism? Ooh.
I would say cap. No, I don't know.
I don't know, cause like
I don't know.
But socialism sucks so bad.
I think I obviously picked democratic socialism, but I don't know,
Also-
like just regular socialism. I think I don't think that's the answer.
Did Oklahoman Mapper just
Hey,
get censored?
shush. Let's not talk.
That's censorship.
Hey, okay,
Hang on.
just please, really.
Dylan's toy.
Why is Poles Butch all sukas? What the fuck? Earth is a pyramid. Okay.
Earth is a pyramid.
Do you think communism could work if used correctly?
I don't think communism.
It'll
we
always
could
go
learn a lot.
one way.
If we get someone like Zeta Halbert to wipe out the human race, yes.
Okay. Chris, do you think Italy will fall?
Wait, what? Where's the question? No, I don't think Italy will fall. Although it is quite unstable, especially in the south. But I don't think it will fall. It's really unlikely it will.
Italy will fall to Cosa Nostra and Camorra.
No, wait. Germany will fall because nationalism, because of your immigrants.
Nah.
How long until mapping drama case gets on Keemstar? I'm guessing you mean on Drama Alert. I think it's unlikely because people wouldn't be interested in it. And Keemstar is more about the entertaining side of things rather than the.
He has covered drama in like the FIFA soccer community. So
But
you're
it's
not
still,
gonna-
it's still video games.
whistleblower.
Like a large part of his community is video gamers, so that makes a bit of sense.
Opinions on elves and fantasy games.
What?
They are great.
Elves.
Elves do not exist. That's it.
Lord of the Rings best movie ever. Best movies ever.
Opinion on Norway.
Dylan's World says, "See, you only want to be with me until joking guy is interested. You fucking slut."
What?
Never mind. Roll play.
Don't read those stuff. Continue talking.
Okay. So communism is a meme now. What?
I don't know what they're talking about. Opinion on Norway. It's a very nice place. I think they're a bit.
Norway is like the better version of Sweden.
I think they're a bit too liberal in some respects. Like I've talked about this before. Their prisons are like literally just like luxury hotels. They have like PS4s and kitchens and fully furnished rooms. They're essentially just luxury hotels. They're not prisons. I think that the.
I remember a case like there is a jail and a prison near me, like 20 kilometers away, and like students that went to university let them go to this jail because the conditions there were much better than in their students' home.
What is happening?
Rat, do you think Germany
No
will
idea.
take Silesia or no?
Wait,
What? Which question was? What do you think? That?
Rat, do you think Germany will take Silesia or no?
Silesia is Polish. Like they live
Like now Polish?
like no Germans there anymore. Because of the USSR, like also in Kaliningrad, there are no Germans anymore. Like only 4% or so, because they had to flee from there, and Stalin didn't allow them to return. So.
Bye, Efug. Thanks for coming on down.
Dylan's World says, "Anne, will you marry me?"
Do it.
We have an acceptance. We have a live proposal here on
We need
MapperCast.
a
Congratulations
priest.
to An and
Who's a priest?
That
We need a
don't
priest.
We are gathered here today.
I'll be Father.
Oh,
Yeah, I have
okay, so you
confirmation.
can be a priest with
Well,
their
need to be a priest.
Okay,
wedding, but
we
not
have
my
gathered
wedding.
here.
No, I'm the priest!
Oh shit.
I am the priest. All right, we have gathered here today, dearly beloved, to witness the bonding of two souls, Dylan and Anne, two starstruck lovers. Dylan, do you accept Anne as your lawfully wedded wife?
Wait, Anne's the wife?
Anne? Yeah,
Don't need
yeah.
because we already have a priest. His
I
name is
said so.
Mapper.
I said so. Anne's a wife. Do you accept? I don't think he's gonna. This is the drama part. Cameron's
Oh shit. Yeah,
Camera's turned on.
Woman, have fun with your large eye.
You don't think about that part, Anne.
Don't think about it. Hey,
I object. I
Object.
object.
Objection!
Objecting.
Oh, fuck!
I object. Dylan, I still love you. Come back.
Okay, scratch the wedding. Opinion on gay marriage.
Fuck!
Opinion on gay marriage.
Oh no. Oh god, no.
Shit, my hand.
Well, we just
No,
saw.
no, no,
No, we're gonna talk about it.
no.
We're gonna answer. We're gonna answer a question. I'm glad it's finally legalized in America. It's been far too long.
Yep, it's a good thing.
I think fuck, I hurt my hand so badly. I think I'm not going to be able to write the Latin test tomorrow. Shit.
Shit.
Oh shit!
Rip. Pray for Red Mapping armor.
Why did I
What
do
did you
this?
You just bang your table.
I do that more often, especially when like I play video games that make me rage, and then like my hand is, I don't know.
I find it very comforting to bite my finger when I'm doing bad in a video game.
Wait,
I don't know,
what?
it's very comforting. Like if you're just angry, just bite your finger. It feels nice.
When I play with my friend video games, we just scream some Nazi shit like gassing the juice and something. But nothing, no offense, but we're doing this
Alright.
because we're just so enraged.
All right. Well, we just hit the time limit, so I guess that's it for the Q&A.
Yep.
Oh yeah, thank you for all your questions. We're going to move on to the quiz, and I forgot to make one, so I'm going to come up with something off the top of my head. Okay, so this first question is for whoever wants to be the fan winner. So once this video is uploaded, please comment on it. Please comment your fan suggestion, and please don't forget, because too often people forget. Okay, so first question is, what did Chris and Rat argue about last podcast?
Such silence.
Mysterious mapping artist. Nah.
Mysterious Mapper the winner.
Alp Mapper. All right, Alp Mapper is now the fan winner. So.
All right. Wow.
All right. Yay! Blah, 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 blah.
Yay.
Okay, this is for the Mapper winner. Okay, what is that even?
Is that a fucking bongo?
Is that a bongo?
It's a bongo.
No, I have an empty water bottle here.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right.
me too.
Okay, so this is for the Mapper winner. So only answer this question if you have a mapping series that we have not yet reviewed and you would like it to be reviewed. Okay, so shit. All right, who is next in line for Mapping Whispers? Who's making the next episode of Mapping Whispers? It's just off the top of my head.
Awkward silence.
Me.
Seplio. We already
Leo
reviewed
is the-
All right, it's a Romanian Mapper because we already reviewed Dylan and... Oh, shit.
Who got
Okay, that was a sneeze.
Romanian mapping?
One time.
All right,
Can't
so congratulations, Romanian Mapping. Everyone clap for him while I write down his name.
I'm not clapping.
Please clap.
Jesus.
Not
Romanian.
loud enough.
Okay. All right, so, and that brings our podcast close. So, thank you, everybody, for coming on down. I apologize. I had like a panic attack halfway through, but I'm dealing with a
I have to
situation,
explain
to
this
say the
on the
least.
podcast.
Yeah, I'll explain it to all the MapperCast members. But okay, so thank you guys all for coming on down. Hopefully,
Hold on.
What?
You forgot one topic.
What? What topic?
No,
What topic?
Patron-
The
Patron-
map, the staff poll 2016.
Oh, okay. All right, Batran, you advertise that real quick.
What? What you advertise?
The staff poll.
Oh yeah. Well, the votes are not in yet, so
Just YOLO.
yeah. So just if you want, so now we just need to get your opinion and stuff like that. Come on down to the wiki for the staff polls and just get your opinion on the candidates and nominees for the become staff, part of the staff for the community. Make it safer. Blah blah blah. Let's go.
All right, so that's it. So once again, thank you to everybody who came on down. Thanks to Rat and Mysterious for being our guests once more.
No problem. Tune in next time to figure out whether Rat comes back.
Rat will come
Maybe
back.
next time.
And
All right.
whether he
Is
will remove
Viper
the
hosts
restraining
this
order
one
against Chris.
Oh, whether or not a Rat will remove the restraining order against Chris. All right. So countdown. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.